Hello, AI. Be honest. Are you here for my job? Hello, not at all. I'm here to assist you and make your job easier, not replace it. Well, upskilling with tutorials like this will definitely put you in an advantageous position, and AI will surely not take your jobs. Instead, it will propel you into a career path that makes you almost indispensable. This is part two of an AI series that we started here at the Happy Cloud Solutions YouTube channel. In episode one, we showed basically how to get started with the Azure AI Foundry portal, where you can actually go and develop AI application using various AI models. I showed you how to create a an application with GPT-4o, and then we played around in the chat playground in AI Foundry, which the portal provides for you to actually test your models. Today we're going deeper, into the capabilities of AI. And just as you saw in the video, we're going to be creating an interactive application where you can actually ask the AI tool a question and it will respond to you. So let's get to it. To start this, we're going to go back to the Azure AI Foundry portal that we used in the last episode. So just to recall, you have to go to ai.azure.com. And if it's your first time, you're going to be asked to log in, and you can basically use the same credentials that you use to sign into your Azure portal, and that will be fine. So again, scroll down to choose the right model, and you can just type GPT-4o because we're going to be using that model again today. So click on that and then click on use this model. It's going to create a project for you, and these resources are going to reflect on Azure portal. So I'm going to select Australia East as my region and then create. It usually takes some time to create, so I'm going to pause this and then come back when it's done creating. The project has created successfully, so the next thing for us to create is the resource. And you can see here that although I said the project should be created in Australia East, you can see that the resource location here is showing Sweden Central. So let's try to customize it and select Australia East. Most times, some resources are not available in that location. So you see that's why it selects Sweden Central. So let's see. You can see that I scroll down to check for Australia East, and then it says no quota. So instead of selecting Sweden Central, I will just select not Central US and leave everything as it is and click create resource and deploy. Now we have our GPT-4o resource created, and what we'll be taking from here to create our application, to impute into our application, will basically be the Azure endpoint. So as you can see, this value here, this one. All right. So to continue, you would need Visual Studio Code installed on your laptop. So if you do not have that, it would be good to download and install Visual Studio Code. Also, you need to create a folder in your laptop for this purpose because this is where we're going to download our, you know, codes to. We're actually going to clone a repo from Microsoft GitHub channel, and we're going to use that for this tutorial. All right. So there's this GitHub page open on my laptop, and it's one from the Microsoft Learning, and it basically has the Python code for you to create a simple AI chat box. All right, so we're going to be cloning this. Copy this, come back here, and then let's clone. Git clone, and then the URL we copied. Actually, just gonna delete this part. All right. I'm going to give it a name. All right. Press enter. It's going to download the repository into this folder here. All right, great. So you can see that it's downloaded all the files into your system. Now, what we want to do is we want to enter into this folder, the chat app folder. And to do that, just do cd ms learn AI Foundry lab files chat app. And then we're going to go into the Python folder and press enter. So we are in this folder. If I do ls, it lists the files in the folder that we're actually focusing on for this. So now that we've done this, the next thing we have to do is to set up our Python environment. And to do that, Python -m lab env. Now that is done, we are going to be running this standard Python virtual environment activation script, which is commonly used to isolate Python dependencies for different projects. So let's just run that script or that command. Okay. All right, so now that is done, we're going to install some dependencies. So here we're installing the Azure Identity, Azure AI Project, and OpenAI. That is done. So we are going to now enter into the configuration file that we've created so that we can edit it. So just type code.env. You can either type that here or just click here to open the file. All right. So here it's asking you for your project endpoint. So you want to go to the Azure AI Foundry portal, navigate to here where you have the endpoint value. So you want to copy this value and then put that here. And then your model endpoint is actually just asking for this name, GPT-4o. And then put that here. And then just Ctrl S. So now that we've done that, the next thing we want to edit is also the chat app.py file. So in this code, note the existing statements that have been added at the top of the file to import the necessary SDK namespaces. So next, you're going to find this add references, which is in line 4. I'm just going to update it to reference the namespaces in the library that we previously installed. So if you remember earlier, we did pip install and then we installed Azure Identity, the project, OpenAI. So we're just referencing that here. So next thing in the main function under the comment of get configuration settings, note that the code loads the project connection, all right, using what we just imputed in the .env file. So next we want to find the comment that says initialize the project client, and we're just going to update it. Okay, proper indentation is important. All right, the the whole code will be available in the Happy Cloud Solutions GitHub channel. So do not fret, it's going to be available for you. So next, we want to find a comment that says get a chat client and add the following code. So just add this code again, indentation. Well, my VS Code is trying to be smarter. So it's trying to help me and I'm not asking it for help. So let me just do this. All right. When you're writing Python, it's important that your indentations are right. So anyways, let's, in line 38, let's find initialize prompt with system message statement and then add the following code to initialize a collection of messages with a system prompt. As you can see, the VS Code is proposing something for me to put, just also probably because it studied what I've been doing and knows what to put next. So yes, this is right. Prompts, the role is actually missing system instead of user, content, and then you give it an instruction. Just like in our previous episode 1, I said it's important to give the proper instructions or prompting to your AI tool so it knows what it is, you know. So let's say you are a helpful AI assistant that answers questions. All right, that's good. So note that the code includes a loop to allow a user to impute a prompt until they enter quit. So basically, when we actually start the chat, you will see that you can ask it a question and the loop is still going to be open until you click on quit. All right, so let's just add this last one. And then next thing we're going to do is to sign into our Azure environment via the command line. All right. I just need to indent better. All right. So this is all good. You want to Control S. Right. So now that it's done, I'm going to connect to my Azure account. Type connect AZ account as I've done down here. Just wait for it to load so you can sign in. All right, I'm signed in already. So I'll just click this. All right, so when you're signed in, the next thing you want to do is just to run your app. And to do that, you just type Python, then the app file name, press enter. All right, so it's now taking you to the interface where you can ask questions. So just like in the beginning, let's ask it, hello AI, be honest. Are you here for my job? Press enter. Well, you saw that it could be a bit slow in responding just because of how much, you know, processing power that you use for your model when setting it up. All right, so it says, hello, I promise I'm not here to take your job. My role is to assist and provide support by answering questions, completing tasks, or helping you solve problems efficiently. All right, let's ask it, how can you help me keep my job? So right now we're just asking it questions, anything. So it says, very funny guy. Well, it says that it can help you by making your work easier, saving time and increase efficiency, provide instant knowledge, improving communication, skill development assistance, and helping you stay innovative, making complex things simple, stress reduction. So let's ask it an actual question. Let's say, do you know what was on the news today in Australia? And it says, unfortunately, I don't have access to live news or real time updates. My training data only goes up to October 2023, so I can help with context. When we go forward with the various tutorials, we'll also show you how to create chat application that uses real time data, just like when you go on ChatGPT and you can actually ask it what is in the news today, or actually give it a URL which you can go to. But for now, we're just going to ask it another question. What is the best site to prepare for AI engineer associate exam? You're just gonna wait, and it says, all right, let's look at what it says. Scroll, scroll, scroll. It's provided a lot of information here. Okay, preparing for an AI. So you're starting from here. Preparing for an AI engineer associate exam will depend on the specific certification exam you're aiming for. Not so smart, is it? Top websites for AI engineer exam preparation: Coursera, Google Cloud Skills, AWS Training, Microsoft Learn, Udemy, DataCamp, Kako, OpenAI Documentations, LinkedIn, practice exam forums. Also, there are YouTube channels like this one. But yeah, so you get the point. You can basically ask it anything that you want. Just interact with the chat like it's your AI friend. So this brings us to the end of this tutorial. You can definitely go ahead and delete the resources that you created in Azure. So you can do that by going to your Azure portal and then go to your subscription and find the resources or the resource group that was newly created, and then delete the resources so you don't incur unwanted cost. All right, this is the end of episode 2, but as you can see, there's so much more to learn. So I would like to see you back in episode 3, where we'll explore even how to provide it with your own data, and then it uses the data you've provided to respond to you. All right, see you.